This day back in 1998, the music service K-Tel, best known for those disco compilation record and CDs that you saw advertised on late night TV back in the 70s and 80s, instead it was actually going to launch an online music service. In the span of about just a few days, the shares, which had languished at less than $4 each for years, became the ultimate meme stock of the day. It was fitting for a company that had actually made its name and fortune on marketing hype. Founded back in 1962 by a former door-to-door salesman named Phil Kuvis, K-Tel started off hawking non-stick frying pans and kitchen gadgets such as the Veg-O-Matic. Loud commercials with the famous tagline like "Wait, there's more" were the backdrop for pushing dozens of products, many with questionable uses. There was the patty stacker, the miracle brush, the bonsai blade, the pocket fisherman. Most of those, though, K-Tel didn't actually make. Instead, they were supplied by Ron Popeil. He eventually severed ties with Kuvis and became his own pitchman. And that forced K-Tel to consider other product lines. It struck gold after Kuvis assembled the rights to thousands of outdated songs and put them on compilations albums, like Disco Mania, 20 great truck driving songs, and its most successful CD ever, the Hooked on Classic series, which was basically just the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra playing Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms to a disco backbeat. It was a wild success, but eventually it ran into a wall in the 1990s when consumers began gravitating to internet-based music services. K-Tel's announcement on this day in 1998 that it would enter the online music space created a frenzy. The shares almost doubled in the first trading day after the announcement to $9 a share. Volume jumped to more than 55 times its daily average, and within 2 weeks, the stock was above $40. And just like that, meme stocks of the day, it was a trade that was driven mostly by retail investors. The average trade size at the time was around 500 shares. It was a phenomenal run for a stock that unfortunately wasn't supported by any comparable increase in revenue or profitability. Just 7 months after that initial stock pop, the bubble did burst, with the stock plunging 43% in 2 days after K-Tel told investors it faced a delisting because its net tangible assets, only of about $450,000, were way too low. Executive departures and insider share sales only compounded the situation, and finally, by August of 2000, the shares had fallen from more than $40 a share to less than $2. The NASDAQ delisted the stock, and 7 months later, in March 2001, K-Tel's primary business here in the U.S. filed to liquidate under bankruptcy protection. Now, the company still lives on as a closely held company, and it does have a big back catalog of at least 200,000 songs that generates revenue today, though much smaller, if you will, and the success of decades past is certainly no more.